Another successful week of progress. I was able to complete, did a couple of problems in 6.3, moved on, and then read 6.4 and did a bunch of problems in 6.4. And this will be the end of 6.4 video. All right, so then to the book. Yeah, just showing the part that I discussed in the last video was all about the adjoint, all about using this G function, then more linearity, this whole trick of starting with the inner product of x and t of y and turning it into the flip product where the t is on the x, but you have to do an adjoint, and so it's t star x y. This is throughout these next few sections. Actually, as I make this video, I'm already in section 6.5, so that's why I'm saying that least square is very important. I mentioned that last time, but then, yeah, I completed a couple more problems. I think it was these problems with having to do with rank and having to do with the range and the null set. Then I moved over to section 6.4. A key theorem in 6.4 is Schur's theorem, 6.14. Which is all about getting you to have an upper triangular matrix. And once you have an upper triangular matrix, you can just read off the eigenvalues. That's really the key to this theorem. So it's normal and self-adjoint. So normal is t squared equals t squared t. Self-adjoint is t equals t squared. So once you learn those, in every little thing you do in this section, you're going to go through that. Yeah, and of course, t invariance is used a lot in some of the problems. And the whole business of, for example, right here, this is very important. T of x is equal to lambda x. T star x is lambda bar x. But the key here is that it's the same eigenvectors. That's very important in that theorem. Yeah, and so self-adjoint, t is equal to t star, or the matrix for it, A is equal to A star. That is self-adjoint. And I tried to do many more problems in this section than I did in the last section. The Gram matrix, they call it Gramian here, but it's Gram. I did attempt this problem, is a call back to some data science. So I did look that up. Yeah, so this is a very interesting section, and I thought it was what I would call meaty. Yeah, so I did that. And then it was a total of 2 problems with both were proofs remaining in 6.3, and then in 6.4 it was 19 problems, which are 16 proofs. Then I read section 6.4 on March 24th, attempted 18 proofs, and altogether this video will go out April 16. There's 637 problems so far, 417 proofs, 21 problems, 18 proofs. So then on to the actual work itself. As you can see here, the last 2 problems that I attempted for section 6.3, these were blank squares. I feel comfortable with what I attempted, but it would have to be graded by somebody to tell me how far I got. Then I started reading section 6.4 and all about the theorems that I just mentioned. Yeah. Then I did pretty well with the true and false. For once, it didn't feel like I was flipping coins. Then I made an arithmetic error in 2A, but I got pretty close to what the answer was in the back. Then I attempted a few more, and yeah, I got a few more. But then at some point, I moved on. Yeah, I moved on. Then a couple of easy proofs in the early problems. Very easy proofs. I mean, this is just really straightforward. Just substituting. Yeah, just keep substituting until you get that it's T1, T2 is equal to T2, T1. Yeah, just make them equal. Then felt that I was a little weak on this proof. Had to do with invariance. Yeah, tried to... I was close, but I felt that I was missing something. And so, yeah, I tried as best as I could to get to do it right. but some of these latter proofs are just what I would call good tries. Yeah. More good tries. Then in the case of problem 17, that was a pretty long one, and luckily I feel like I got it all right. I think I do, so I felt really good that I did a long problem with many sections for proofs, and I feel comfortable about my answers. Then in the case of problem 19, the answer is offered by the book, one of those links that they have. I feel like I came close to doing, I gave myself a half. I think it's okay. And then I started reading section 6.5.